Hey, what's going on to my TIs out there? Hey, look, I'm having a little bit of an issue on the first part of this here with the audio. But basically, I was just explaining the fact that you see me sitting here in traffic is because ever since I became a targeted individual down here in South Florida, every time I come across this bridge, which leads down to the beach area, they tend to pull. See the bridges right there up front. They tend to pull those up,
forever to get in and out of there.
Ironically, a huge yacht happens to come past every single time I come here now. Now, when I first moved, I've been living out in this area for about 10 years. Before I was targeted, it would happen maybe every blue moon. But as a TI, every single time I cross this bridge, they have to stop everything, pull the bridge up, let a yacht go by, and then allow me to go through after the fact. If you ask me, it's targeting. It's not a coincidence. Peace.
It allows ships to go past. Some of the ships are so tall that the bridge would destroy the ship if it tried to go through. So of course they have to lift the bridge so that the ships can ride through. Now, as a targeted individual, especially whenever I'm doing these deliveries, but even when I'm not, since I've been targeted, since I've been aware, I've noticed that every time I come through here, especially when, mind you, I've been coming through here for about 10 years now. I first moved down here back in 2012. So I've been coming across here for about 10 years. And just 2 years of realizing I've been targeted. Now, every time, this right here holds me up. Especially when I'm doing a delivery. When they have it set that I have to be here, and they have people spotting and watching as I ride down, tracking my location. You should have seen some of the shit I was doing as I was riding through the that whole crowd and trying to get through there. But yeah, they do this to hold me up every time now, especially when they pull me out here to do deliveries. I try to avoid coming out here. They got the worst gang stalkers in the country that I've experienced down here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Down here in this area, really, South Florida. I mean, it's the worst gang stalking I've experienced anywhere that I've been in the past 2 years. But yeah, they hold me up with that now. I notice it's just like train tracks. You know, when a train is going by, everybody has to wait until it goes through. But with this, it's even easier than the train because you got a lot of these rich yuppies out here who do own these yachts and these boats, and they're part of these Freemason, Fraternal Order to Police, all these different groups. And they, you know, these are weirdos, you know what I'm saying? These are the sickos of our society with badges and shit, and access and resources. But they like to fuck around with TIs and do stuff like that. So I'm out here just minding my business, doing deliveries, making money, grinding, you know, trying to make sure, you know, I'm taking care of what I got to take care of. These motherfuckers got time and resources. See these boats and shit out here in the water, these high-rise apartments and all this. People got money. So they have time and resources and shit like that to play these kind of games. Some people are being targeted in West Bubblefuck, somewhere in the country, excuse my language, or just some small town where you just got junkies and stuff, you know, messing around with you, like, you know, showing their ass, or, you know, just dumb. I have something totally different down here. You got the Coast Guard, you got people from all over the world here, you got multi-millionaire, billionaire, you got famous people, you got people. I mean, you really have a lot going on down here, and a lot of wealth. Oh, and a lot of police. I mean, this is Florida. And in this state, the governor and the people in the field, they love the police. All that defund the police, and all that shit didn't fly down here. The police are the ones that run this shit. You understand? You know, so they got the worst gang stalking ever down here in South Florida. But what I was saying was, here's a, by the way, here, you know, oh, he turns the lights off when I get my camera on. But yeah, this is what they do though. They hold me up every time I come across this bridge now. If I'm coming down here working, doing deliveries, or even if I'm coming down here just to hit the beach, they do this often now. You know, it's part of it. My targeting. Yeah, this is gang stalking in South Florida. Look how beautiful this shit is. And these people spending time gang stalking. Look, you about to really see how beautiful this looks as I ride across this bridge. But they spend a large majority of their time harassing me. I mean, all the crime and all the shit that goes on out here, that goes along with all this beauty. but they spend a lot of resources and time targeting me all day long. And these days, all I do is work. All this beauty. Damn, my windshield's dirty. And they focus resources and energy on me. That means there's really probably no real threats, man. All that money and shit they put into it, there's no real threats. What can people do under a system like this where they're watching and listening to everything? They made it so everybody has to have a phone. There's no fucking threats, man. So now they just pick and choose who somebody might have a gripe with, who they can just bully around and harass using this stuff. I guess they figure it'd be a shame for it to go to waste. Might as well use it to compensate for small penis insecurities and things of that nature. Compensate for shortcomings by trying to trash somebody else's life, destroy someone else's life so you feel inferior to, even though you have all the money in the world, resources, you got family and all that, but you got all of that going on, right? They try to show me that shit all the time down here. We families and we got all this wealth and we got everything, but you're fucking with me. Oh, that's been stripped from me. It's gone. I'm out here dealing, what I'm dealing with now. But you just relentlessly are fucking with me. So take that as one thing, especially TIs. If you were happy before all this happened, they seen that. And that's one of the things that pissed them off, because they have all of that, all the resources, all this wealth, and still are not happy. So, it is what it is. So it just tells you these are small men. These are small people. They just were lucky. The people who came before them put them in position, gave them things, left them money, left them resources. Their ancestors and shit weren't raped and pillaged and everything taken from them, so they had some shit. So with the time that buys them to play around and resources, they can just do whatever they want to do. They use it for evil, to do the shit that they're doing to me and many other TIs out here who don't deserve it. This is what they do. These people are pure evil, and just because they have things and resources and means, they are absolute trash. They're the trash. They're the scum. No matter how much they can put over top of themselves and drive these different cars or wear these different clothes, at the end of the day, they can't wipe the scum off. They can't get rid of who they really are. And it shows to be participating in something like this, to do something like this to somebody. It shows. But it won't do us any good complaining. They know what they are. They're fine with being that. So us trying to appeal to some kind of greater understanding and different things, it's a waste of fucking time. You're dealing with pure, unadulterated evil, and then it's insecure, weak, little, insecure evil on top of that. So that's very dangerous, because it comes with jealousy and envy. All right. And if you're targeted, it's a good chance that you are somebody that was envied or someone was jealous of and things of that nature, and they couldn't get at you any other way. So keep that in mind when you're dealing with this stuff, and when they try to attack your self-esteem or your self-worth and different things of that nature. That is a reflection of how they feel about themselves. Gotta put yourself in their shoes, right? The things that they do to us are things that would creep them out, or things that would freak them out and make them go crazy. That's why they do it. So just keep that in mind. This stuff it will bother them. A lot of you are surviving because these aren't situations that would make us break down. See, they don't understand that kind of a person. You snatch away what they were given to them, and you see what kind of heart or what kind of willpower or what the fuck they would do if they didn't have these networks and these resources and the money and things that a lot of them were just born into. So you snatch that stuff away from them and you see what they really are. That's why some real TIs who they can't really get to in the way they want to, at least not in the head or inside. Maybe you could take stuff and materially and put somebody in a bad position, make them look bad. Yeah, that's the way the system is set up. but they could never understand what it takes to be that person who you are and who you were and who you continue to be before your targeting started. And they can't understand that. And that's the difference. So that's why a lot of things that they do, it's insignificant to you. Again, it's the kind of stuff that will bother a small person like them. Jealousy and envy and material worship and all of that kind of shit. That's their lane. They worship that shit. As a true TI, more than likely, you're not the kind of person that has fallen for that. So therefore, they don't know what to really do, because that's all they know. You see the difference? So keep that in mind, man. That's just a jump. I catch y'all on the next one. Go ahead and pump this gas and continue to get out here and bust my ass. TIs need to do, you know? Peace.